for who I am. Does someone know me? Anton, I know you. Alexei, I know you. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be theoretical. I'm going to be like, I'm going to more to tell you a story. Because I think in the first part we had a lot of theory, but in one moment we need to come to some practical stuff for salespeople. So who I am? Well, I come from a country that you heard since Tuesday all the time on TV. I come from Brussels, Belgium. So I'm a Belgian citizen. Well, I do the conference in English. Whether English is not my mother tongue, I'm a not native speaker, French speaker, but I used to speak in French. It's a great story. I'm from Belgium. My mother is Spanish. My father is Dutch. I live in Belgium. I've been working 2 years and a half in Japan. Then I've been working 20 years in the sail industry, car industry. And about 1 year ago, I decided to come in Ukraine. You're going to say, wow. Why? What happened? Who's that crazy Belgian guy coming in Ukraine? I mean, for working and doing what? So it's going to be really simple. Short, come back to the, so you know I'm born in Belgium, Brussels. Well, God protect the guys who's dead who were killed this week in Brussels. I did normal study, high school, normal. I was a really bad student in high school. Until a time I discovered one passion, history. You're going to say that means crazy. No, history. And with history, I had a good teacher in history. I started to learn. I started to become a good student. And I finished my high school with good students. So I said, well, let's continue. Let's continue. I went to university. I chose political science. So I decided to go for politician. One problem, I hate the atmosphere at university. I really hate it. It was people thinking that they are the best, nice, mostly for political science. All people were like, oh, I couldn't stop. I succeeded my first year and then I stopped. And then I went on vacation in Japan, Tokyo. Well, there was some story about this. And I went to disco in Tokyo. It's nice, party and stuff like that. And then one day, one guy came to me and said, wow, you look serious. I said, yeah, no, I saw you. You just come party, you don't drink alcohol, you don't make crazy stuff. And I said, yeah, it's pretty me. I'm shy, coward. I said, I have a work for you. I said, well, like this, a work. Okay. He said, well, it's really hard work. It's 7-day working, 7 days, mostly 16 hours a day, and probably all night. Okay. And he said, I know it can be strange for you, but here's my card, here's the money you can earn. Call me. I took the business card, put it in my pocket, continue to party, go home. And the next day morning after I wake up, I just look at the card and say, oh, God. Look at the card. And I saw the money on the back. And it was 4 times my salary in Belgium. So I just said to my parents, I said, okay, well, I have an announcement to do. I'm leaving, I'm going back to Japan. My parents say, no, you're crazy. No, I'm going to back to Japan, I have a job. No, we don't believe you, you're not going to go to Japan. So I took my case and I went back to Japan. I arrived there, the guy was on vacation. I said, damn, what am I doing here? So, but he came back. He came back and he said, yeah, I promise you to work, you're going to work. I said, okay. So, I'm telling you, it was working in an event company. We were working, we were organizing concerts, preview, catwalk, dancing, I mean everything. This company was huge. They had disco in Hawaii, disco in Tokyo, they had concerts, they were organizing Michael Jackson concert, Mariah Carey concert, all those stars. All the preview, we rent an island to make the preview, the first show of The Rock. I don't know if you know The Rock with Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, where some group, some military takes the island and hostage. And we rent an island, we construct everything, and we make the star come in there for the preview. So it was a really nice job, earned a lot of money, but after 2 years, I was like over my age. I mean, I didn't sleep maybe 2 or 3 hours a day in two years. Also that it was not really for me. I told you I didn't drink alcohol, I didn't drink, I mean I was really like, and at one moment I was not belonging to it. So I said, okay, I quit. People tell me, you quit? Quitting? Yeah, I quit. It's not for me. I said, well, you're perfect. I mean, is it a question of money? I said, no, it's not a question of money. I quit. Just can't stand it anymore. Took my suitcase, go back to Belgium. Parents were really happy to see me again. But I was coming back with a lot of money, but a little bit with the feeling of being a loser. So the first day I didn't have anything about money. So the first day I arrived there, the first morning my mom waked me up, said, 7 o'clock, you're not here on vacation, guys. Oh, I said, take your resume, go to the first job agency and find a work. Okay, I got, went to the first agency, show my resume. They said, you have a minute? I said, I have all the time you want. They said, are you completely free to work? I said, yes. You start tomorrow. Okay. So I said, what kind of job? I said, it's just Unilever. You know, this big company who make like the, I don't know the name in English. Toothbrush. I mean, and they said, what am I going to do there? Well, they said that you're going to deliver the mail. Okay, let's go. So I did that 1 month, delivered the mail. It was really funny, really relaxing job. Just passing 2 times a day. Here's your mail, here's your mail. It was really funny and it was really kind. Okay. Then continue. That agency didn't want me to stop to work, so they were giving me all the time job, until one moment. And they say, are you still available? I say, yes. You have to give me a service. You owe me a service. I say, yes. I say, I'm going to send you to a recruitment day for selling cars. Selling cars at a motor show. Motor show. I say, do I look like a seller? Yeah, at that moment I had shaved hair and stuff. So they say, yes, you're going to be good. I'm sure, but please do that for me. I say, okay, for you, you give me a job, I go there. But I don't guarantee I'm going to succeed. Just be natural. Okay, I go. I went there. Morning was meeting, just like interviewing meeting. I don't know if you had already that interviewing meeting, where they drop a subject and you have to talk. That's it. I was surprised. I passed. I passed this meeting and they were like, oh. I said, wow, I passed. So next meeting was an interview, but with 7 people. HR, director, CEO, all those big important guys in a big company. Car company, it's like Renault. I don't know, you know Renault? Okay, Renault. Yeah, I pronounce it. And I went there and I entered and I saw all those guys who had succeeded in the morning. All those guys, they were like looking like seller. And I was like not feeling like that. So I entered, they said, it's your turn, enter. And I enter and I see those 7 people. I said, wow, now it becomes to be serious. And I sit, they make me sit and say, me feel comfortable. And the director, the general director asked me, he said, well, tell me, you arrive in front of the motor show in the morning, what is your spirit? Okay, what about this question? And I say, I want to spend a good day. They all laugh. And I say, okay, I'm setting up and I'm leaving. And the director, the CEO, said to me, well, wait. Then they stopped to laugh. And say, can you tell me why you say that? Because we have been interviewing like 10 people before you, and they always say, I want to be the best, I want to be the first, I want to sell, I want to catch a client and sell it. And you come in here and you enter and you just say, you want to spend a good day? Can you explain? And I say, yeah, of course. If I arrive in front of the showroom and I say, it's going to be a bad day. I slept bad last night. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to sell anything. But if every morning I wake up and I say, I'm going to have fun today, I'm going to have a great day, it's going to be fun. Believe me, I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell your car, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I said, well, you are strange. And I said, I'd never pretend to be like anybody else. I said, but we're taking you. I said, thank you. So I had 2 weeks of training about selling, because in this motor show, it's like you coming, so many people come see the cars. Of course, you're not the only one, the only one brand. All the brands are there. And I suppose you're not going to Renault first. You go to BMW, you go to Mercedes, you go to all of them. Not first, but then that makes a challenge. Challenge of selling. Another brand that people come back. Well, after 2 weeks of motor show, it turns out that I finished first seller. First seller for junior. People were not supposed to work there, a junior. Well, finished seller, first seller, ex aequo, you understand? At the same level of one other junior seller, who becomes my best friend. And they ask us, do you want to continue? I say, yes, it's a job, it's fun, let's work. And I started to work for Renault. I worked for Renault for 18 years. Same brand, same cars. No, they change it sometimes. Same cars, same brand. I'm going to tell you a story. When I first started here in Ukraine, saying, well, I was car seller. People say, you're not a seller. I say, what? Did you try to sell a car? And I didn't understand why people didn't believe me. I can't sell. And they say, well, it's a car. So I went to showroom here, because I didn't understand. And I understood that, wow, here it's completely different. Car sellers are more consultant. They don't have to try to sell. People enter the showroom and they just say, I want this car, and they're just advisor. Well, that was not my job. First, I was not working in a showroom. I was doing business-to-business car. In Belgium, car selling, the business of car in Belgium, it's 50% company cars. Because it's more interesting for a company to give a car than a seller. Because taxes are so high. So it's better for a company to give a car. So I had to take my phone, call the company, call the CEO, call the CFO, and ask them, do you want to have a Renault? Can we have an appointment? So I was not understanding. When I start here, people saying, you're not a seller. You cannot sell. Wow. 18 years. Okay. 1 year ago, I've been really successful in Belgium. It's a small market, it's not like the United States. But I've been at one moment known like one of the best car sellers in Belgium. I knew better car sellers, but okay, I was not doing that bad. And some problem arrived and so I had a bad period, because when you sell, you have some high period, down period, high period, it's cycle. What makes a strong seller, it's like it can succeed to be flat, with high period and low period. But that is emotional, have to be flat. And 1 year ago, a little bit earlier than that had the mentality. Well, as you probably understood, a foreigner have interest in Ukraine. I married an Ukrainian girl, and we were living in Belgium, and at one moment we had this discussion, and he said, do we live really well here in Europe? Wow, we have a good salary, but still with a good salary we're just like this, every single month. Until the end of the month, like under the water, and then salary arrives and you're just like this. And then you're like, it's not a good life, you're on pressure all the time, even if you have a good salary. So she was from IT field. So she started to say, you know, with your selling skills, you could come to Ukraine, in my city, and I'm sure you're going to crush it. You're going to amaze it. You mean, so are you sure? I said, yeah, we don't have people like you. We don't have, I know IT company, we don't have like you. We don't have people who come from marketing school who've been training in a huge company who have like really interesting profile. I say, and what's the level we can have? I said, well, with less salary, we can have a better life. And then I realized, I said, okay, let's go. We took a suitcase and we came back to Ukraine. So you have my profile, you don't know a little bit who I am. And I'm going to tell you some of my vision about selling. Not theoretical, some vision. And some vision not from someone who have read books, but from someone who have lived this. You're going to understand that I have passion. There is something inside of me who is passionate about selling. Doesn't matter if it's a nuclear central, a car, an IT service, it's inside of me. I like to sell. Not just for sell, but for the contact, for the relationship I have and stuff, for the interaction I have with the customer. All this is the most important for me. So my vision about it. So I have told you 20 years of selling in the car. 20 years of training with one of its reputed. You have many schools about selling, like Xerox, it's a good training school. But Rono also is a training school, really strong. I remember there is 2 training who keep all the time in my mind. I still have those books, those training in home, and I still reading them. And these two training were called, one was KISS. You never forget the training called KISS. But the meaning of KISS was keep it simple. So from a KISS, you become keep it simple. And I remember that the teachers that sometimes sellers, they complicate everything. Where business is so simple. It's just simple. And please keep it simple. Another training, which helped me a lot in IT atmosphere, IT field. And it was called change your relation to the client, to the customer. Which, believe me, after knowing after 1 year, after meeting CEO, after meeting people in company, after taking interview in some company, believe me, there is nobody who knows anything about relation with the customer. Nobody cares about the customer. You deliver good service, you have technical skills better than anywhere in the world. But you never worry about the customer. You worry about the customer when the customer is gone. And you're like, why is gone? But before that, that's before you have to ask, how I am going to keep this customer in my pocket. Not after, when he's gone. He's gone. Finished. It's gone. It's going to be more difficult. And you can have all the marketing, all the stuff you want. It won't work. If your salesman, if your service of sales don't have a strong relationship with your customer. So change your relation to the customer. Alors, sorry, I speak some French. So you also have to realize that selling, it's a game. It's the game. It's like seduction. When a guy tries to seduce a woman, he's trying to sell himself. Girls also sell themselves to men. It's a different stuff. But men, when they sell, they have to seduce the customer. Women have to seduce customer also. It's a big game. You have to learn how to play the game. It's not a question, it's not easy. I'm going to tell you really that you probably choose the most difficult word. There is no other word more difficult. Selling. And I don't care. It's selling a car, nuclear station, or IT service. Process is the same. You're going to have the same impression from your boss. You're going to have the same impression from your customer. You're going to have the same impression from yourself. Worrying, not sleeping, saying, fuck, I didn't sell. Oh, what am I going to do tomorrow to sell? This is it. So, it's a game. And it's a game where you have to get two answers. A yes or a no. There is no other answer. Like maybe and stuff like that, I don't know, and so on. That's where your selling is dead. So yes is very good. No, it's perfect. You have to like the yes and embrace the no. And when you get the no, just do 20% more to know about the. Don't stop. Because someone said no, you're going to say, okay, you said no. That's the moment where the magic has to come. Take 20% of the most difficult stuff to go further, to ask why you know. Yeah. Another stuff I have in my vision of selling, it's like following up. So people say, yeah, I follow up. I throw an offer and then I follow up. You follow up one time. I don't say stuff, I don't speak about something I don't know. You follow one time. You follow two times. Who follow 3 times? Who follow 4 times? Who follow 5 times? Who follow 6 times? 7 times? 48 times? Who do that? Ladies and gentlemen, when you follow more than 3 times, you start to be the only one in the competition. Because everybody stops after 2 or 3 times. And they say after 2 or 3 times, the client didn't answer me, he don't like me. It's useless, he don't like me. He's not going to buy. So what are you doing? How are you going to answer another client? Well, maybe if you continue to follow, that guy is going to say, well, that guy, he didn't stop to contact me. Or that girl didn't stop to contact me. And maybe you have a problem. Maybe he's in Brussels with someone who died. He don't have time to answer you. And maybe the next follow-up you're going to ask him, he's going to say, thank you for following me up. How many times it happened to me? Thank you for following me up. I was busy in town. We can talk now. I have time. Can you come to my office? Can we have a call conversation? Yeah, that happened many times. But if you stop after 2 times, you are like 1,000 salespeople doing that. 1,000 all around the world. 1,000 and 1,000. When you start 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 follow-up, you're the only one compete with me. Everybody understand? Yes. Is it clear? Okay. About the customer relationship, I already told you, I had this formation, this training that's saying, okay, training is important, but you are good sales guys, but now customers are different. Market moves, market change. Customer from 5 years ago are not the same that now. They are more educated, they are more precise, they have more feelings, more emotional about stuff. So we have this formation. we realize that many salespeople, it's just like throwing darts. They throw as many darts as they can. And they throw darts, it's like proposition, offer, and we're doing this better, and we're doing this, and we're doing this, and doing this, and this, and this, and this, and then how many? Well, all the darts you're sending are reason the customer is going to refuse. You're giving him many refusal proposition. And then you're going to ask, I give him 48 reasons to buy. And he said no. Why? Why? I'm going to tell you why. You didn't ask question. You didn't ask question. You asked superficial question. Really superficial question. Where, if this is the level of question, superficial, you need to go really deep, 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 deep. Don't stop to ask questions. Don't stop to ask questions. Never. Let the customer paint a picture of what he has, what he needs. And when he has drawn the perfect picture, you just have to send one dart. Because you have the perfect vision of what he needs, what he wants, You have he draw a picture for you. He paint it. You know exactly what he needs. And you just send one dart. And you get the job. But before that, a lot of work. A lot of questions. So, one point when you're on your relation with the customer is ask questions. And please, don't be too strong. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Customer love that the seller ask help from them. They love. The ego goes high. They feel good. So when you feel that something goes wrong in the discussion with the customer, just ask. Stop the conversation and say, well, sorry guys, we are talking and so, but I feel there's something wrong. Help me out there. What's wrong? What happened? And you'll be amazing how many customers, mostly European customers, are going to say, no, don't worry, just this, and then you did perfectly, don't worry. It's just that we are not in the decision process yet, and so, but at least you have an answer. You know, you can react on that. But if you don't ask, you're going to arrive to one point, he's going to say no. He say no. We'll stop. We go hunt somewhere else. We go hunt. And then you spend time to hunt. And it's really difficult. You need a lot of courage to go hunting, to do prospection. You need to have so many no, to have 1 yes, 1 no, and that's really difficult. That's really difficult. Also, never close a bad deal. Seller love to close deal. Are they going to say, yes, but that's why they pay me. My boss asked me to close deal, so it doesn't matter that I close the deal. I mean, I close the deal, he's going to be happy. Fuck that. Closing a bad deal, it's worse for everybody. It's good, not good for you, it's not good for your company, and it's not good for the client. If you close a bad deal, your boss is not going to be happy, you're not going to be happy, and and you can forget about your client. He's not going to be happy, and you will not have no chance to sell it another time. A good deal, what is it? A good deal. It's first, can I help you? Can I help you? And if I can help you, if I have what you need, then can you help me? Help me with your money, with your order, with your referral. Don't make a deal in one way. Just make a deal in two ways. I can help you, and you're going to help me. And when you have this strategy, then that becomes to be the referrals. That customer is going to say to another friend of him, then you have to go to that guy. He's great. He knows what you need. He's going to help you. And it's normal that I help him by giving me other customer and so like that. We almost finished. So you remember this, help me out there. If there is one stuff, there is 7 stuff I would like you to understand. But one stuff, don't forget, don't hesitate to ask help. So now, after this small introduction, you maybe think that I'm the best, or I'm a genius of sales and all that stuff. I'm going to tell you a secret, not at all. Not at all. You probably have the most shy person in front of you. I'm really shy. Don't ask me to go talk to people so that I can do this. I discovered late that I can give lesson, I can teach, I can give conference, but I'm a shy person. I'm not a natural going. I know some seller, they take the phone, they call, it's like natural. I'm not like that. I'm not like that, and I have to fight myself every single morning to be like you see me today. All day I've been panicked to do this. All day. But it's okay. Seems okay. So, to realize that, we're going to make a small exercise. So I'm going to ask everybody in this single room to raise his hand. Go ahead. Right now. Raise his hand. Raise his hand. Go ahead. Raise your hand. Everybody raise. No, go higher. Come on. Go higher. Go higher. 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 And stay. That's not comfortable. Because it begins to be painful when you go like this. Yeah, some people stop to raise the hand. Then I'm going to tell you a secret. When it begins to be pain, you're on the good way. That's where it's going to work. But the people just do like this. Raise your hand. At first everybody said, okay, I raise my hand. So, when you raise your hand or you try something, go further that you can. Just try, just going further. And get out of your comfort zone. So, to continue this, you probably think I'm a genius and stuff like that. Well, we arrived to the part where Anastasia asked me to speak about success and failure. And I'm going to start with failure because they are more important. Failure had a lot, mostly for 1 year. You're going to laugh, but 1 year ago I arrived here. And my first failure was to think that with my experience of selling, I was going to crush. Everybody is going to take me. Well, it was really difficult for me to have an interview. I sent resume, nobody wants to meet me. Finally, I had some interview in some company. I'm not going to cite them. I had some interview in some company. Wow. You have to realize that I worked 20 years in suit tie as seller. It's a standard in Europe. Suit, tie. So I went in suit, not the tie. I went in the suit. I arrived in this company. They all look at me like. I said, okay, no problem. I feel comfortable. Okay. I sit in the room with 2 girls. Of course, I went to see first who are there. It's work of sales that get the information. Who are there? I went. Interview took 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, they estimated that I was not able to sell IT projects. I said, wow, that's a wonderful, I don't know the name. Kickoff. Then I say, I enter, I almost cried. And I say, oh, some girls who have 3 months experience, who have the title of head of sales of this company, but 3 months in sales can estimate that someone with 20 years of sales will not be able to sell IT products. But I thank those guys, because make me realize that I have to work on myself. And I have to change something, that I knew anything, that I have to start from the beginning. I went to another interview. It was also the beginning. They also estimated I was not good for IT selling, but at least they speak with me for 1 hour. So that's one of the failures, but I thank those guys, because without those guys at that moment, I won't be here in front of you, and I won't be successful in the IT atmosphere. I have another funny story about this, another failure in IT. So after those interviews, I said, okay, doesn't matter. I send my resume to anybody, and even small, I'm going to start with a position less than junior. Less, I don't care. Give me €5 or $100, and I work for you. I crush. I work non-stop with you. I don't care. But someone give me my chance. And some small company gave me my chance. And I start to work. I arrived at the office at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was closed. Well, for 18 years, I had a sales meeting every single morning, 8:30, with all the team and the sales manager. So I had to wait 11 o'clock. So I said to the boss, look, European customer, they are at the office at 8:30. After 8:30, they don't have time to read the email because they got stuff. So whether I send my email before or I contact them before, but during the day like this, I can do, but it's going to be less efficient. And he said, okay, I give you the key, you come whenever you want in the office. So I start to come in the office at 8:30. Good attitude. Well, the failure arrived when I start to get some interest from customers in Germany, in England. So, well, every time I was coming with a project, they say, we cannot do that. I said, oh, it's not true. I say, no, we cannot do that. And then he asked me, do cold calls. I said, cold calls? He said, yeah, do cold calls. I said, why do you want me to do cold calls? He said, everybody do cold calls. I said, it's 10 years that we don't do cold calls in Europe. I mean, why do you want me to do cold calls? I said, but everybody, I'll pay you the conversation. I said, I don't want to spend your money. He said, yeah, but cold calls work. I said, but how many projects I bring you that we can do? Yeah, it's true. You bring projects I never saw. I said, why do you want me? You happy with those projects? Yes, we cannot do that, but I'm happy someone bring a project like this. I said, yeah, so why do you want me to do cold calls? Because everybody do cold calls. I said, no. Okay. So, at one moment, I said, I cannot. I was becoming depressed, and it was another failure, and I said, okay, I need to find another job. So then I decided, I'm not going to talk anymore with recruiter. I'm not going to talk anymore with business development manager or sales manager or head of sales. I don't give a fuck about the title. I'm not going to talk with them. I talk with CEO. That's it. Maybe those persons are going to understand me. Maybe those persons are going to understand me, because for the moment I didn't meet anybody. So. And I speak with some company and CEO, and at that moment, when I speak with CEO, like people were like, yeah, you are interesting, we didn't see you. So, from nobody wants to hire me, I become to have like 5, 6 propositions. And I'm like, who am I going to choose? Fuck, I need to choose someone. And, well, I choose one. I was disappointed by bringing project to IT developers, not successful because we cannot develop them. So I say, okay, I'm going to work for a project. And I choose CRM, a project on CRM. And I was really passionate about this job. I worked 3 months really hard, crushing it, making contacts, doing work, putting everything in CRM, perfect, and everything. And then we arrive at the conclusion with the boss, and I really like him, and he was really honest. And he said, Manuel, we're going to stop the collaboration. And I said, yeah, I think so too. We're going to stop. We need to stop. And I said, yes, I was going to talk about it. I said, you are perfect, but you arrive too high. You want too much. We are not prepared for this strategy. We are not prepared for this. Me, yes, but all the people working here cannot follow you. You're like an airplane, bringing everybody on the back. But people is like, oh no, he go too fast. Let's take him back. And that was a disappointment. And then I chose to work. There was one company who proposed me a job, and every week they were contacting me. Not saying, come work for us, but just every week they were sending me an email and saying, hi, how are you? How's the business? And so on. They continue the relationship. And I say, okay, I stop with this company. Now I'm going to propose the other company. And I even remember I proposed this company and said, guys, I didn't choose you at that moment, but if you still want me, I'm ready to come work for you for a few months if you want, 1 month, 2 months, and I'm ready to come work for free for you. You pay only commission if I get you. And they say, yeah, come tomorrow. We're going to speak together, and we went, and then we collaborate. But it was a failure. Many failures before, and to get successful. Doesn't mean that I don't sell, I didn't sell. It's just failure. As a salesperson, failure is a failure. So I had also some success. It happened. Yeah, closing deals. Some deals small, little. Not pretending closing a deal, hoping for one big deal, but I'm on it. For the Syrian company, one of my success, what I can say, it's like when I left the company, I had so many contacts, interesting contacts. But you know, like me, that contact sometimes it takes 3 months, 5 months. They say that as I don't do inbound sales, I'm a specialist to outbound sales. That means hunting, that means going out, that means contacting people. I'm not specialist. I never get a contract on Upwork. I didn't. I started Upwork not long ago. Just because it seems fun and easy. So it's not and I don't feel really comfortable about Upwork. It's not my feeling. I like to go. I like to establish contact. I like to speak. I like to get. I like to have results. I like to have an answer, a mail answer. Yes, no, okay. Maybe later, in 6 months, contact me in 6 months. If someone says, no, we're not in, I say, good, I'm happy that you say that. I will contact you in 6 months. Maybe the situation changes. And be sure that in 6 months I contact this person. One of my biggest successes, adapting myself in Ukraine, in Kharkov, was not easy. For European people, believe me, it's not easy. But I have someone who helped me really strong, my wife. And another success is establish amazing relation with some customers. Amazing. Receive proposition to come have a coffee in Berlin, stuff like that, just a coffee, just a talk, it's amazing. It's amazing. That's why I fight every single day. So I'm going to tell you, we have more time. Maybe they have more time than that.
5 minutes.
So, no, I prepared the stuff. So some guru of sales, just to tell you this analytics metrics, some guru of sales, of IT sales, just say that for outbound sales, result comes after an average of 7 months. So if you have a boss asking you to do outbound sales and waiting results after 1 month, maybe it's not a good boss. Maybe it's not a good CEO. Maybe you don't know anything. Well, in fact, many of the CEO here are who create their company. They don't have any structure of sales. They don't know anything. I mean, they don't know anything. They know they've been building stuff, but based on the technical part and their stuff. But the market is changing. Technical is not enough anymore. Mostly in Europe, technical, don't forget this. Technical skills are not enough anymore. You will need people who can talk, who can sell, who can establish a relation, who can be reliable. That's a problem also. Have someone reliable in your company. Someone that the customers think that he's carrying the company. And who's bringing value to the company? Who creates revenue? It's the sales team. It's not, I mean, technical after. But before the technical works, sales have to be done. So the people who carry the company, and that's, you have to be proud of it. It's the sales people. So I prepared some laws, comments of sales. 10 sales comments. First, you have to show up. Showing up is the base. If you don't show up, how the customer is going to know you exist? But it's not enough. Stop fucking around. Yeah, you're laughing. Well, I am in your chat. Probably nobody realized that I'm in your chat on Skype. Probably. Because I never interfere. I don't have time for that. Sometimes I translate in Google Translate. And I say, those guys have really much time to lose. They're speaking about anything else. I mean, nothing really special about sales. What are the CEO doing? I mean, are they having control? I see so many sales managers, head of sales, but who controls those guys? What they do? In Europe, in my company, Renault, but in many, you can get fired because you spend too much time in Facebook. Yeah, you get fired. Skype is not allowed. You cannot install Skype for security reasons, but also for people to be efficient when they are at work. Stop fucking around your business. Your business is to create value. You're not there to have fun. You create value. Ask question. We already speak about this. Always quality first. We speak about this. Don't close a bad deal. Ask for help. We spoke about this. Never accept the first no. We spoke about this. How many of you accept the first no? Because it's comfortable. You say no. What can I do? Client say no. Yeah, it's your job to go further. Create momentum in time, steps. So this is really important because as salespeople have an ego like this. They are divas. They're like stars. One moment. And mostly if they have success, they are stars. We are 7. Just doing little step by little step. Don't put yourself 50 follow-up in one day. If you are able to do 10 follow-up, start to do your 10 correctly follow-up. Start to do 10 contacts, try to contact 10. And if you work to work, say, I'm going to make 5 propositions. But if you make those objectives by day, just keep it. And then when you create this strategy, you can go further and further and further and further. And at one moment, you're going to send 100 email. I'm not special, I'm not more smart than anybody. And I'm really lazy. I'm the most lazy person you ever seen. And all my work, it's like, create value and find a way to work less. To make stuff working for me. Follow up relentlessly. It's difficult. So never stop to follow up. Of course, don't do that stupid way. Just don't follow up. If someone say, please don't bother me, take me off of your list. Just do it. Say, I understand. Okay, I'm going to go. Thank you for this information, really. Maybe in the future you will change your opinion and I will be there. Feel free to contact me. Get over yourself. You remember? Go for the close and go often. Sellers are really like to speak, really like to have a... But sometimes they forget to close the deal. Or just to ask to close. Maybe the customer is ready to close. But because we are scared to ask, we don't close the deal. But the customer was ready. So don't hesitate to ask for the close and ask often. You say no one time, you continue the conversation. If you continue, it means you have some interest. Ask again. Is it clear? Okay. Good. My last point, and then I'll let you ask some questions. My vision of IT sales in Kharkov, or how IT can continue the business and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell you, I don't know if there is CEO still in, there was a CEO of Manuel. No CEO? No? CEO? Okay. Great. You're not going to like what I'm going to say. But I'm going to say it, because I'm not scared to say it.
Yeah, last chance not to say it.
No, I'm going to say it. But I'm going to say it for your good. I've been dealing with European company, and car selling was not only in Belgium. At one moment, like European deal, dealing for all Europe. I speak about Vodafone, Carrefour Belgium, really huge company. Really huge company. I'm going to tell you, your CEO, in your company, you have a CEO, you have a CTO, because they need control. Where the fuck is the CCO? Or the CSO? Who's responsible for the structure of the sales? Who's responsible for the process of the sales? Who's responsible for the following of the sales? Who is responsible for the relation of the client? So I know, CEO, guys, you have a company to handle. Company to handle. Your place is the vision on the top. And you have to rely on people. And for the moment you rely only on CTO and project manager.
I would say it is not a problem to give a CPO to someone who will be dedicated to the company and not for himself or herself, and who will be effective as much as me, for example, can offer part of shares. So this is the problem of effective sales management.
Don't put him on the CC level. Take a sales manager if you have business development manager. So I understand. Some companies have a small structure. I'm working in a small structure. I'm going to tell you something.
This is the problem of qualification. We do not have traditional sales. Just because we had USSR, that doesn't need to have sales managers. That is all. And that is why we are inviting guys from Europe and USA to train us and to teach and maybe to work in
I'm going to tell you a secret.
Okay.
I'm here for 1 year. I'm a teacher. I'm not only a speaker. I'm a teacher. I can teach time management, sales, anything. Prospecting, cold calling 2.0. I can tell you, I can teach you. When I propose my service, nobody wants. Nobody is ready to pay.
Think about rates.
Rate? I was ready to work for nothing. I was ready to work for nothing.
Nous pouvons parler un peu plus tard. Oui?
For seller, most of you are seller. Yeah. So we're going to go back to one point. But seller or CEO, when you hire someone, business development, sales manager, but even you, if you are seller, IT sales, my opinion, needs or is focus on results. You're going to say, yeah, we are no. Focus on results. It's that the guy who's a business developer have to have the mentality to create value for the company. That's his only preoccupation. Create value. Someone who come at work and just say, well, I earn a little bit. Maybe I'm going to have chance to get to close the deal and get a little bit of commission. Well, that guy, he go work in McDonald's. Doesn't worth it. Impatience. When I'm impatient, you can feel it. I have this power inside of me. I mean, it's inside of me. I'm impatient. That doesn't mean I want to close the deal directly, but I'm ready to, how do you say, to generate the deal. From the first minute I enter the office to the last minute. And sometimes even at 6 o'clock in the morning, or at 11 o'clock in the evening, or 1 o'clock. Means, oh, you're going to say, screw that guy, crazy, he don't sleep, he don't sleep. Well, sometimes at 1 o'clock in the morning I'm still working. Because at one moment, the most important is show me the money. I want to earn money. I'm ready to make sacrifice, but I need to have something in back. Shamelessness. Don't be ashamed. Just go ahead. I mean, go further. Don't be ashamed. I told you, I'm a shy guy, but I've been in front of thousands of people just trying to sell to one particular company. Strong follow-up, believe me, this is the most important. That's where you're going to compete with nobody. Nobody. But it's really difficult because it takes you a lot of discipline and a good CRM. High tolerance or rejection. If you're not ready to accept rejection, if you're not ready to have like 100 no in one time, or in 2 weeks, and then 1 yes, then stop. I mean, it's not your job. Rejection is part of the game, remember, game. High sense of value. You're going to say, yes, I have a high sense of value. Yes, I mean, well, no, high sense of value is that for yourself, not for your boss, not for him. It's like the sense of value is like, I do this job to create value for my company, for the customer also. You create value not only for the company or for you, you create value for the customer. And the customer has to feel that you create value for him. Not just saying you create value, just do it. And last, and this, I love this one. I really love it. Resourcefulness. What is this, resourcefulness? I heard so many people say, well, if I have the title of sales manager, business manager, head of sales, whatever, I mean, anything, I will sell more. Fuck that. I already told my boss, you call me cleaner of the floor, I will work the same. I will do the same. I don't care. It's not the title who's going to make you to sell. The title is going to be maybe a small introduction, but it's your work who's going to be valued by the client. Don't forget that, not the title. So whenever you call, or they call you, doesn't matter. It's not important. Just work, struggle, hustle. Don't stop. I can tell you a story about guys, you won't believe it, but they are true. I can continue all day. Tell you a story about selling and so on. I can. But you feel, I mean, this is not important. I mean, well, my boss don't give me a good opportunity, good lead, incoming lead. Fuck that. Go take what you want. It's your job to go take what you want. Don't ask permission. Don't ask permission. Take what you want. Take what is yours. And we're going to finish. Conclusion. And I'm going to tell you something really, I mean, keep it in mind. It is easy to find a bad salespeople and difficult to find a good one. But believe me, when you find a good one, you will never want him to let to go. He's going to probably go, but you're not going to fire someone who's good sales, who did good sales. And not good sales just closing bad deals because he's closing deals. No. A seller who can close a deal, make the customer happy, and that the customer give him another customer or come back for another job. That's a good sales. And I'm going to tell you also another stuff. I told you before that you need to know your market. And I have the feeling that here we forget because we're so concentrated on the technical part and on the result we had before, and it's difficult to change the habits. And why changing? It works. Well, nobody looks for excellence. You know, we just work like this, and the people I can feel it. It's some kind. We just work. Usual, works as usual. That's the leitmotif here. You work as usual. Never forget, a war, and selling is a war or a game, is 90% of information. And it's a great man who said that, Napoleon. He knew what it was war. He did that all his life. But he realized that war, if you want to win a war, it's 90% information. Just to realize that everybody knows since 1 week that I'm going to do a speech today. How many people went to see my profile on LinkedIn? 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, it's not the majority. So if you do that for a customer, you completely miss the information. And you can see that it's not the mentality. Get the information before contacting. Get all the information. Now you're going to ask why this guy has this power inside of him. Two things. True. First, I have 2 little girls. They live in Tokyo. They're 8 and 10 years, and I do that for them. For the future. Not for me, but for the future, so they can live well. I see them only one time. Second, for my wife, my lovely wife, who will always support me when it was difficult for me at the beginning. And third, for the money. Thank you.